Hey everybody, Alre here. Today I want to talk about what it really takes to go into business, and more rather the type of mindset that you need to have when you're about to start a project or start a business. Okay, because I remember back when I was still working, I had a full-time job, and because I've had aspirations or the desire to have my own business for many years. I think it dates back to probably 2001, 2002, which was inspired by my mom and us as a family who went through a period where my mom lost pretty much all of her businesses, and that instilled in me or birthed my entrepreneurial spirit. So obviously over the years I speak about your philosophy that needs to change. So the way you think, your belief systems, because that does need to change, because the philosophies and the belief systems and things that work for an employee are pretty much the exact opposite of what works and how an entrepreneur thinks. So it's two completely different worlds, and for the transition in terms of philosophies takes time. But one of the biggest things that I want to talk about is this, and I think it'll be of tremendous value for you, because I wish I had someone who told me this when I started out, and it's this. It is going to be one of the hardest things that you have ever done in your life if you're wanting to start a business, especially if you're doing it part-time. So if you have a full-time job and you're starting out on the side, you're going to have to put in a lot of time, like I've said in the previous blog post and video. You're going to have to spend a lot of money. I wouldn't say wasted, but I spent thousands of rands on starting businesses, selling products, and just, I've spent thousands of rands on experiences, and that's what it's going to take. Some of you will spend less money, some of you will make less mistakes, but I guarantee you it's not going to be easy. And that is precisely why you have to have the right mindset. And the right mindset is you need to be in a position where before you start, you know your own name, that shit is not going to go your way. You're going to have problems every day, almost every day, challenges, adversity, things are not going to go your way, things are going to go wrong. You're going to it's a whole world of problems. And I'm not saying that because I'm negative or trying to scare you off, but you need to be mentally prepared. Because what happens is people go into business. I went into business, I had this plan. After 6 months, like I've shared, I had lost all my money, and I was like, what the fuck am I going to do now? Okay, so I had to make a very tough choice whether I was going to either go ask my job back or I was going to stick it out. Needless to say, I stuck it out, and I'm learning, and I'm getting better month by month, okay, because I'm learning, I'm making mistakes, I'm taking imperfect action. But my mindset is different now. I'm so much more mature as a young businessman or entrepreneur than I was 3 years ago, because I was very naive. I expected whatever I start needed to be successful. I expected to sell everything, all my stock, or get all those clients would just come running to me. That's not how it works, okay? So some guys will progress quicker than others because you're good in certain areas, or just by chance that you may just be a little more successful quicker than others. But I can guarantee you, in your journey, you are definitely going to have problems. I don't know of anyone, I don't know everyone, but in the world of business who's started and has never ever experienced problems, okay? So what I'm trying to say is you need to have a mindset where things are going to go wrong. And I know many of you, I'm a man of faith, I live by faith, so it kind of contradicts that philosophy or principle or value of faith. But it's just being realistic. Things are going to go wrong, but it's how you deal with it. And if you expect things to go wrong, you are in a much stronger position to deal with it, because when it hits you, you're like, oh my god, you're not going to let it knock you off your feet, and you're not going to know what to do. So you are already, and you need to have the mindset that for every problem, okay, what are the solutions? A, B, C. You have 3 plans already that you're going to attack this, instead of, oh my god, I want to quit, I'm going to give up, this isn't for me. Because that's what a lot of people do. That's why 8, 9 out of 10 businesses fail, because they didn't expect the problems, or their mindsets weren't right, beg your pardon, or they didn't have enough money. But it's all about, Tony Robbins speaks about, you don't fail in life because you're not smart enough or because you didn't have enough connections. You fail because of a lack of resourcefulness. So that resourcefulness comes from here and here. It's having that attitude and that ability to bounce back. Okay, so this happened, we need to do that. And obviously it is a skill that you learn, but my point is, if you start out with that mindset, you're going to go far, okay? If you understand that things are going to go wrong, you're going to get challenges, obstacles, people are going to talk shit. That's going to happen a lot, by the way. especially from friends and family, so don't be alarmed when that happens. Don't feel hurt and sorry for yourself, just move on, okay? That's a big one. So yeah, just make sure that you're in the right mind space, because people don't tell you that. Because on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, especially with regards to trading, I'm learning how to trade currencies. Do you know how fucking hard that is? It is fucking hard, because you've got to learn fundamentals, technical analysis. There's no easy money. And the picture gets painted that, oh, success is this and that. But it's a lot of hard work, guys. You know, it takes a lot of hard work before you get there. And most of all, it's a lot of challenges, and shit is not going to go your way. A lot of obstacles. And that's why a lot of guys fall out the bus. They quit and they say, oh, it's not for me. Because they weren't in the right mind or headspace. They didn't have the right attitude. They didn't have the philosophy that they understand that things are going to go wrong. But there's a problem. For every problem, you know, there's a solution. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, be mentally prepared when you're about to start out. Things are going to go wrong. Things are not going to go your way. You're going to feel like, oh my God, you know, you're being victimized, or why are things not going your way? You've done everything that you should have done. But that's just entrepreneurship, and that's just business, guys, okay? Like I said, there are certain guys who do it better than others. And that's also one of the reasons why it's very important to have a mentor or a coach, because you can learn from their mistakes. You know, they've been through the journey, you know, or role model someone who is where you want to be, okay? And learn from them, you know, chat to them. If it means you must take them out for coffee or for lunch, pester them until they spend time with you and ask them questions, and just try and learn from them, okay? So make sure that you're in the right mental space, the right head space, you have the right attitude. Things are gonna go wrong, but you don't let it get you down, okay? You move on, you tackle it, and that's just part of business, guys, okay? Remember, you only really fail in life if you quit, okay? If you give up. But I mean, if you already started, you know, why would you want to quit now? Because then why did you even start? Okay? All the best, and remember to have the right mental attitude and the mental toughness. Have a good one. Cheers.